Tama ba? So, kilala nyo na to. Ngayon, what is a vector quantity and what is a scalar quantity? Ano yung difference nila? Let's try Junaid. Alam, anak?
Wala pong alam.
Pass, play.
Pass pa.
Pass, okay. Sino gusto mong biktima? Sino gusto mong sumalo sa'yo?
Si Joanna.
Okay, Joanna. Ikaw daw ang sasalo.
Pass din.
Pass din. Oh, Joanna, tawag.
Si Jan Rods po.
Si?
Jan Rods.
Oh, John Rods. Ikaw daw ang napili.
Pass din po.
Pass din. Oh, tawag.
Si Jen po.
Si? Jane?
Jen.
Jean. Oh, Jean. Jean Capula. Pag ikaw, pass na naman.
Ano po, pag vector po ay may magnitude and direction.
At ang scalar,
Ano po, magnitude lang po.
yun. Aba. Si Jean Carlo yung tagapagligtas. Tama po. So if you have scalar quantities, these are characterized by magnitude and their unit. Yan. Hindi specify ko yung unit ha. Because you really need that. And examples of scalar quantities are your time, mass, distance, length, volume, temperature, and energy. Again, scalar quantities, magnitude, and unit. While their vector quantities, it has magnitude, a direction, and of course your appropriate unit. Examples of vector quantities are your force, displacement, velocity, and acceleration. Vector quantities are sometimes written as F and then an arrow. The arrow signifies the idea that there's a direction. Okay, Jaylee. Nasabi kay John na balik na lang kapag kaya. Okay? And tomorrow, paki-remind yung purpose natin, ha? Kailangan nandun siya. Important course yun. So, for vector quantities, its distinguishing factor from scalar quantity is its direction. And of course, i-repeat ko lang, it's written as a letter F with an arrow on top. We have four basic directions. Si north, si south, si east, at si west. Ang Philippines, saan siya? What's the direction of the Philippines? Yes, Eric?
Southeast po.
Southeast. Let's use Philippines as our reference point. What countries are found in the north of the Philippines? Anong mga bansa ang nasa norte ng Pilipinas? Prince.
Taiwan po.
Si Taiwan. Zion.
China po.
China. Sino pa? Mark. Mark? Wala si Mark. Arjan. Ayan yun, ano? Ayun, Mark Darren.
Mali po na pindot ko. Japan po.
Si Japan. Okay. Sino pa? Arjan.
Russia po.
Si Russia. O, sige. We're done with the north. Sino naman ang nasa south natin? Sino ang mga nasa south? Jeril.
Indonesia po.
Ano sino?
Indonesia po.
Some parts ng Indonesia. Sige, paksak natin. Zion.
Singapore po.
Hindi anak. Nasa ano natin yan? Nasa west natin. Renz.
Ma'am, Australia po.
Australia. Sige, John Rods, redeem yourself.
Sabi na po, Australia.
Sabi na. Ano ba yan? Renz talaga. O, Erica.
Vietnam.
Si Vietnam. Si Vietnam ay nandito. Southwest. Baba na. Sige, Jaylee.
Malaysia po.
Sinabi na si Malaysia. Nandito si Malaysia. Noah.
New Zealand po.
New Zealand. Ayan, yung mga yan. Sige. Dahil gusto nyo, sige, doon tayo sa West. Sa West tayo. Sino ang mga nasa West ng Pilipinas? Ay, wait lang ma'am. Ino-open ko pa po yung Google Maps. Wait lang. O, sige, mag-Google Maps. O, Jonalyn.
Cambodia.
Si Cambodia. Sino pa? Opo, sinabi ko na West ha, hindi ko na sinabing Southwest. West na. Ayun yung mga sinabi nyo kanina. John Daniel.
Ma'am, India.
Si India, oo, nasa West yan. O, Kervin.
Vietnam.
Si Vietnam. O, sige, John Jerwin.
Thailand po.
Si Thailand. O, sino pa? John Bods. Kaya mo na to.
Laos po.
Si Laos. Shoban.
Qatar po.
O, yan, sila Qatar. O, Shoban. Eh, si ano? Benz.
Ma'am, Brazil po.
Brazil. O, JC.
Kenya po.
Si Kenya. O, napakadaming nasa west natin. Kasi literal, west lang. Kahit sama niyo pa yung buong kontinente ng, yung Africa, sabihin niyo pa yung buong kontinente ng Amerika, nasa west natin lahat ng mga yan. Okay. So, kabisado na yung mga directions na yan. Kaya na. Eh, paano kung ito, ang tanong ko sa inyo, ang northeast, again, northeast, ilan degrees meron siya? Ilang degrees? Kapag sinabi na ito, northeast, northwest, southwest, southeast, ilang degrees yan? If you're going to use your protractors. Aisel?
45 po ba?
Good. Fourth question ba yun, ano?
45 po.
Yan. 45 degrees. Basta nakikita niyan, southeast, northeast, northwest, southwest, lagi niyang tatandaan, ang angle niya ay 45 degrees. Sure, paano naging 45 degrees? Kasi di ba isang quadrant, 90 degrees. So, from west to east, 180 yan. From north going back to north, yan ang ating 360 degrees. Natatandaan na to? Yan, na-refresh na kayo. Pero meron tayong direction na pag nakita nila to, nababaliw na. Hindi na alam kung ano gagawin sa buhay. Pag yung north at yung west, dinagdagan natin ng word na of. Ayan na, hala. Iba na yan. Sample natin, 30 degrees south of west. So here, you just remember the acronym DO or DO. Ano po ibig sabihin yan? D is direction, O is
Is the origin.
Again, acronym natin ay DO. Direction, origin. Sure, ano bang ibig sabihin niya? Remember that the first direction, yung south, that is where you're going to. That's the direction of your vector. So it's going south. Then, the second direction is your origin. Diyan kayo
Southeast.
nang galing. Sure, what do you mean by origin? Diyan nyo po ilalagay yung protractor. Para mas madaling maintindihan. This is where you're going to put your protractor. Sa second direction. And then, of course, you have the 30 degrees south of west, meaning from the west, you are going to the south with an angle of 30 degrees. Wala akong tatractor, so estimate lang natin. So, yan yan. Yan daw ang 30 degrees. Galing ako sa west, papunta ako sa south. Yun yung meaning ng mga kurba na nakikita nyo. That's where the angle is. Gets na? Kaya na? Sige nga. Try natin. Kayo-kayo lang. Using your own ruler and your own protractor. Try natin. Can you please draw 5 centimeters south? Draw nyo yan. 5 centimeters south. Gawa muna ng Cartesian plane. Then, i-draw nyo. 5 centimeters south. Tapos na po. Wait lang ma'am, kinukuha ko po yung protractor. Huh? Wait lang ma'am, kinukuha ko yung ruler. Teka ma'am, inutusan ko yung kapatid ko kunin yung ruler ko. Sige, I'll give you time. 8:56, check tayo. Teka ma'am, wala akong papel. Wala ng papel. Sure, pwede po bang digital? Wag na anak. Papel-papel ka muna. Sure, pwedeng pencil? Oo, pwedeng pencil. Sure, wala akong pencil. Ballpen gamit ko. Sige lang, okay lang rin yan. Ma'am, ano ulit? 5 centimeters south. Okay, it's already 8:56. Pwede na? Okay. So, this is our origin. Sabi, south. So, if I have my ruler, I'll measure 5 centimeters. Magdadraw lang ako ng line pababa. Kunyari, ito ay 5 centimeters. Sure, bakit sa inyo nakadat? Bakit po sa ibang arrow may arrowhead? Okay. Discuss natin yan, ha? If it has or it ends with a tail or a dot or a point, that means this is where it ends. Yan lang ang hangganan. Meron kasi tayo 5 centimeters. Yan daw ang hangganan. Hanggang 5 centimeters lang. Okay? Pero for drawing's sake, para dun sa ating graphing, we can put an arrowhead. Sure, ano ba ang meaning ng arrowhead na yan? Pag may arrowhead po ang inyong line, ibig sabihin yan, it's continuing. Okay? Tandaan yan. Pag ang arrow ay nag-end sa point to point, ibig sabihin yan, yan lang yung hangganan. Pero pag ang inyong arrow ay ang inyong line ay may arrowhead, ibig sabihin yan, continuing po yan. Pero para sa atin, for the sake of continuity, ito muna ang itudraw natin. Okay? Sige. Pare-parehas ba tayo? Ganyan po ba ang itsura ng inyong 5 centimeters? Going to the south? Pababa ang south, ha? Sige. What if, sabi ko naman ay mag-draw kayo ng line? Draw a line, let's say, 10 centimeters Ay, northeast pala, sorry. Northeast. Again, 10 centimeters northeast. Ayan na yung northeast. Centimeters northeast. Okay na? Sige. For this one, again, wala akong ruler, wala akong protractor. This is 10 centimeters.
Tama lang din.
And my angle should be 45 degrees. Para anywhere, 45 dyan, pwede rin 45 dito. As long as it's in the middle. Okay lang din na hindi siya i-drawing. I mean, hindi isulat tong 45 na to. Kasi, naiintindihan na natin na pag sinabi natin north of east, yan ay nasa gitna ng inyong Cartesian plane. First quadrant ng Cartesian plane. Okay? Eh, paano naman kung sinabi ko sa inyo, ang direction ay 40 degrees west of south. Ayan na. 40 degrees west of south. Where should I put my protractor? Again, where should I put my protractor? Let me hear your voice, hands. Hands. Saan ko ilalagay ang aking protractor? Hands, are you there? Okay. Harley.
Southwest po ba?
Huh? Where should I put my protractor? Sa west? Sa southwest? O sa south?
Southwest po.
Another answer, please. Let me hear your answer. Ken Joshua.
South po.
The south. Okay, good. Tandaan mo yung acronym. Diba? D-O. D is your direction. That's your first direction. And then south is your origin. Yeah, D-O or do. Sa south nyo ilalagay yung protractor nyo. And you're going to the west. Okay po? Oh, siya. Draw. It's 40 degrees, ha? Okay. So, continue ko siya from my origin, going down. Ito daw ay, equator is here in the south. This is my 40 degrees. Ganyan daw itsura. Okay? Isa pa, what if ang scale naman natin, ang ating vector naman is 70 degrees north of west. Again, 70 degrees north of west. Where should my protractor be? Carmela.
Ma'am, west po.
Okay, west. Good. Okay. Pag-draw niyo na.
West of south. So here also. So dito ilalagay yung 70 degrees. Ay, north of west pala. Here. Here.
Okay. Na-drawing na ba? Okay na? So, destination na ulit yung akin, ha? Maganda daw. This is where my angle is. Ito daw ang 70 degrees. My protractor is here on the west. And I'm going to my north. Ito ang tsura. Okay? Kaya na? Madali na? Hindi na malilito? Hindi na mababaliw pag nakikita lang yung of sa gitna? Okay, good. So, there are two ways. There are two properties, addition properties, that is associated when you are adding your vectors. When you're adding your vectors, what we're looking for is the resultant, or the resultant vector. The resultant vector is the sum of two or more vector quantities. And the two properties of vector addition are commutative property and associative property. Both of them do not affect the resultant. Again, these two properties will not change the resultant. And you have two methods on how you're going to write down or you're going to add your vector quantities. You have your graphical method and you have your analytic method. Sorry, I wasn't able to change the analytic method. Na-copy ko lang yung sa graphical method. So, for graphical method, you are going to draw your vectors. Again, you're going to draw your vectors to understand and compute for the resultant. What you guys need is your measuring instruments, like your rulers and your protractors. Ano pa mga kailangan nyo dyan? Your colored pens and your Cartesian plane. While for analytical method, here you are going to use computations to find the resultant vector. Again, for analytical method, we rely on computations and formulas to find the resultant vector. What are the instruments that we need? Of course, we need your calculator. And we rely on functions like sine, cosine, and tan. So, gamit natin yung tatlong yan. Si sine, si cosine, at saka si tan. For tan, ang lagi natin ginagamit is yung arctan. Sure, ano yung arctan? Para saan siya? We use the arctan to find the angle. Again, we use the arctan for the angle. symbol na to, ang tawag dyan ay theta. And this is what we use to write the angle. So pag nakita nyo, find the, ganyan na yung nakasulat. Ibig sabihin nyo, you have to find the angle. Your angle can be written as this one or this one. Ito kasi yung common, di ba? Yung si Magma. Si greater than or si less than. Pero sa physics, madalas ito ang ginagamit. Theta. This shows the angle. Okay? So, start tayo kay graphical method. With the name itself, graphical, you're going to draw. And the first method is the parallelogram method. For the parallelogram method, you are using properties of parallelogram and use formulas to get the resultant, like sa katawa. Pero this is for the law of sine cosine sa computation. Ito ay combination ng graphical and ng analytic. Pero for now, focus tayo sa parallelogram method na drawing lang. Again, parallelogram method na drawing lang. We're not going to dive in the parallelogram law of vectors mo. Drawing muna tayo. Later na tayo magko-compute. Okay po? So for the drawing, simple lang. Literal. You're going to draw the vectors from one common point. So you'll have your origin. Ito yung origin natin according dito sa drawing. And you have to construct a parallelogram using the two arrows.
I guess.
So, ano po ibig sabihin yan? You've already drawn your two vectors. What's next? Just mirror it. Paano kung i-mirror siya? Kukopyahin nyo lang siya ulit. Through using broken lines to show that these are the mirrors of your lines. So, kung ito yung line A, ito ang mirror ng line A. Ito ang line B, ito ang mirror ng line B. Reflection lang sila sa baga. And you have to draw another line to the area where the points meet. Kung saan nag-meet yung inyong mirror image ng lines, yun ang midpoint niya. So from the origin, papunta sa midpoint, magdodrawing kayo ng isang mahabang linya. At yung linyang yan, ang inyong resultant. Paano natin makukuha yung magnitude niya? Simple lang po. Kumuha ng ruler at i-measure nyo gaano kahaba yan. Then, paano naman yung ating angle? Using X as our reference point. Meaning, yung inyong protractor nasa x-axis, doon yung kukunin yung angle at yung direction niya. So, ibig sabihin niyo po ma'am, ang ating origin is nasa, dito sa drawing na to, ang origin natin ay nasa east. Yes po. So kung east yan, at ang travel niya ay pataas, north of east ang direction nitong resultant vector na ito. Gets po? Medyo ma'am, nalito lang po ako. Sige, try natin ha. Paano kung meron tayong, try na rin gawin sa inyo rin. Try na rin siyang gawin sa inyong mga notebook. Example, meron tayong 3 Newton at saka 4 Newton. Itong 3 Newton na to, ay gamitin na lang natin ito nasa number 1. Yung 3 Newton na to, ang sabi, ito ay going to the north. Si 4 Newton daw ay 30 degrees. 30, lipat ko na lang, sorry. Ayan, 30 degrees. Degrees yan ha. North of east. So, gagawin kaya, ilalagay yan. Given 3 Newton going to the north. Tapos 4 Newton 30 degrees north of east. Use the scale 1 centimeter is equivalent to 1 Newton. So, gagamit ako ng ruler. Ang aking 3 Newton daw ay equivalent sa 3 centimeter. Kasi 1:1 sila. Ang aking 4 Newton ay 4 centimeters gamit ang ruler. So, wala akong ruler. Estimation ako ulit. So, we have 3 newtons to the north. So, pataas yan. 3 daw yan. 3 newtons. Then I have 4 newtons 30 degrees north of east. So, from my east, papunta ako sa north. Sabihin natin, ito siya. Ito daw ang aking 30 degrees. Ngayon, what's next? Gagawin ko na yung mirror ng aking lines. So, here, ito yung gagawa ako ulit ng Cartesian plane. Maliit lang na Cartesian plane. Sa dulo ng ito yung 3, diba? So, ito na yung origin ko, yung 3. Gagawa na naman ako ng 4 Newton na 30 degrees north of east. Gagamit ako ng broken line para malaman nyo hindi yan or mirror lang yan nitong 4 newtons natin. Gets pa? Next, yung 3 newton north naman natin. So, from here, dito ako, itong magiging next origin ko, gagawa naman ako ng 3 newton to the north. Ayan, di ba nag-meet na sila dito? So, itong area kung saan sila nag-meet, mula sa origin ko, magsusulat ako, magtudraw ako ng line hanggang sa dun sa area na yon. So, ito na yung resultant ko. Gagamit ako ngayon ng aking ruler, i-measure ko gaano kahaba ito. Tapos gagamit ako ng protractor para malaman ko yung angle nito. Ang reference natin ay ang x-axis. So, ang direction nito is north of east. Yan ang direction ng aking angle. Gets po? Huwag po mag-alala, bukas tatagtarin ko kayo ng mga ganito. Okay po? So nakikita nyo, you made a parallelogram. Yan ang itsura niya. Excuse me. So, what's the other method? The polygon method. Ito, enjoy akong gawin siya. Kasi, dugtungan lang. Ang tawag ko dito ay dugtungan. Kasi, another term for polygon method is head-to-tail method or tip-to-tail method. This is a straight, wherein the starting point of the vector is its tail and the head is the arrow. So this method is said to be more convenient than your parallelogram method. And if there are only 2 vectors, you can form a triangle with it. So another term for polygon method is your triangle method if you have only 2 vectors. So paano yung itsura niyan? Sabihin natin I have yung kanina 3 Newton north, 4 Newton 30 degrees north of east, di ba? Dagdagan ko pa, 5 Newton south, and then 6 Newton south of west. Ganyan daw. So, ito draw ko siya. So, if I have, ito yung aking origin, ito yung starting point, 3 newtons north, ayan na, aking 3 newtons newtons. Next, yung 4 newtons, 30 degrees north of east. Estimation lang yung ginagawa ko ha, para makita nyo lang kung paano siya. So, north of east, paganto na daw. Ito yung aking 4 newtons. Then, 5 newtons south. So, from the head, pababa ko. 5. Tapos, 6 newtons south of west. So, 6 newtons south of west. Ayan daw. So, ito yung drawing. Ngayon, how will I get my resultant? To get my resultant, ang gagawin ko lang, from my origin, yung una kong vector, yung tail niya, idudugtong ko lang siya dito sa head ng aking last vector. Idudugtong ko lang siya. So, ito na yung aking resultant. Gagamit ako ulit ng aking ruler, i-measure ko siya, gagamit ulit ako ng protractor. Ang aking gagamitin na naman na reference point ay yung aking x-axis. So, pababa siyang ganun. Ang aking direction ay, ang aking angle or ang aking theta magiging south of west. Ayan na nakikita ko na yung meaning. Baba ko next up. Ang daming complications, ang daming formulas na lumalabas sa inyong mga mukha. Kaya mag-alala, bukas, maliliwanagan na kayo. Kasi bukas, sabay-sabay natin siyang gagawin. Ulitin ko, tataltarin ko kayo ng mga ganito. Ano pa lang tayo? Art class tayo next. Art class tayo bukas. Panay drawing lang ang gagawin natin. Okay? Tapos, let me know tomorrow kung kasi gagamit ako ng phone ko. Gagamitin ko yung phone as my second camera. Kaya sabihan niyo ko kung nakikita niyo siya na maayos or hindi. Ha? Para maano natin. Okay, siya. It's already 9:21. Huminga muna kayo. Ipo-post ko po itong PowerPoint sa ating Google Classroom.